Hello, welcome to this first Speedy Speds podcast. And today we have Michael and Izza. First part of our Speedy Speds podcast, we're going to be talking about what happens between Michael and Izza. So this is going to be a couples podcast. I'm your host, Justin, and let's begin.
Yes.
So I'll start off asking Michael, how did this all start between you two?
I think you forgot introductions.
Well,
we need to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, this is the first podcast.
Sure. Well,
Yes.
I'm your host,
So.
Justin, aka Akira Okiro. No, I'm just kidding. Just call me Justin.
Yes, and I'm your co-host, Michael, aka Karma. Call me whatever you'd like.
Yes, and I am also another one of the co-hosts. I'm Issa. Just call me that. I don't know. But yeah.
Also, you'll hear us call Isa Izza a lot because we're just used to it. So
Yeah.
don't mind that.
I don't mind it from them. But if you don't know me, call me Issa.
Proper pronunciation is Issa.
Yep.
Yes.
And we're going to begin our topic for today's podcast. It is currently 1 a.m. Couples podcast.
Yes, we decided to do this on OM.
Yes. I'll start off by asking Michael here, my co-host. How did this start between you two?
How did this start? Oh boy. So, I mean, if you want, you can tell the very first part of the story, because we would have never known about each other without you telling us that we even existed.
I guess that is true. Well, in fact, I am the main reason why these two are together in the first place.
That is very true.
So it all started when I kind of first met Michael, maybe a few months after. You see, Michael
Quite a few months, actually.
Yeah, it was. You see, Michael here was trying to find a girlfriend, per se, or trying to find a relationship. So I showed him Izza. At first glance, Michael said that she wasn't that cute.
And that was for two main reasons.
Yes.
And also,
Which
'cause
are?
you were using old pics of me.
Yeah, one of the main reasons is very old pics of it. Like, she does not look like that anymore. Also, second reason is, I didn't actually think she didn't look that cute. I just said that because at the time, I just felt like I didn't need a relationship like at that moment, and I didn't want to talk to anyone, you know. For a couple of reasons, which are first and foremost, I just wanted to focus on myself for that for a little while longer, and I was moving out of the city where I used to live in, where Justin and Issa live, and I was like, it's gonna be a pain if I start dating someone from the city and then I have to move. Too bad, it happened anyway. But yeah, I just didn't want to deal with that pain, so I just said she's not that cute, so Justin doesn't try to get us to talk, because he told me a lot about her, and I immediately knew I'd probably like her.
What kind of stuff did he tell you exactly?
He just told me a little bit about your personality and a bit about what you like. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely take a liking to her. I wasn't necessarily thinking only romantically. I was thinking maybe we can be good friends, but just in case, you know, I didn't want to talk, so I didn't want to talk to you just in case we end up developing any romantic feelings.
I actually told Michael that you were a memer.
Wow.
He did tell me that you were a very big memer.
For sure. That was me in grade 9 though. I didn't talk to Justin that much in grade 10, but
Yeah,
not much
to be
grade
fair,
8.
yeah, he didn't talk that much.
But,
Yes,
yeah.
continue on with the story, Justin.
So I guess that concludes the first part of the story. The second part of the story starts in the beginning of our school year in grade 11.
Mhm.
We were in bio class, right? This was the first week that we were in bio class. So our teacher took us out for a walk in the forest behind our school. By the way, our school is huge. By the way, we have a forest behind our school that we can just walk in. And when we were talking, we were walking, we were just talking about like just random stuff, what happened over the break, stuff like that. And then I mentioned Michael because I remember that I showed you to Michael, like a picture of you, and then told him a bunch of stuff. And there is one detail that I will not forget and that I will not mention here because I want to keep this PG-13. But it includes something known as thighs.
Come on, I'm pretty sure it's still PG-13 if we say that. Maybe.
Well, I don't have the honors to say what you said. I guess you should.
Do you want me to say it? I'll say it.
Yes.
So when Dustin showed me pictures of Isa, I was just like, damn, she kind of thick.
I did not look thick in the picture, by the way.
Nah, you were thick.
No.
Anyway, yeah. So I did mention that too, and I vaguely remember Izzy being like, "What?" Like I remember her being so like, what's the word? Surprised, I guess, that someone said this. I mean, were you surprised, Izzy?
For sure. Like, this was a person I didn't even know existed until you told me about him, and that's like one of the first things you told me. There is another thing that I do remember though, and it was I think it had to do with like his teacher, how he
Oh
liked.
god. Oh god.
Would it be appropriate if I started talking about all that stuff that happened next,
Nah,
which gave me my first impression of him?
we're really exposing each other on everything now, huh?
Uh-huh. But yeah,
Oh god.
should I say it? Yeah. Basically Justin told me that Michael is into MILFs. And that was kind of my first impression of him.
That is very true. I am into MILFs.
Yeah. See what I have to deal with.
You brought this upon yourself.
But yeah, I'm continuing the story. Continuing on the walk that me and Izzy had. We talked more for a bit, and I think when we got back to class, I gave you his ad on Instagram,
Mhm.
and it was on a Wednesday, right?
Yes.
On a Wednesday, Izza texted Michael a photo. And that photo is, I don't know if I should even say this.
It's not PG-13.
It's not PG-13. Okay, so it is a fill-out application, and you can use your own imagination for that. So you're welcome.
It's an NSFW application. That's a hint to what it is.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
And I filled it out seriously because I thought it would be funnier if I took it seriously. Not that I was
Yes.
actually thinking it was gonna happen.
No, this guy filled it out like it was actually like a job application. But yeah, I remember being in VC with him when he was filling it out. And when he did fill it out, I invited Izza to the server. And that was when you joined the VC.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
Michael, I'm just gonna ask you this: what were your first impressions of Izza when she first joined the VC?
I was like, as soon as I saw her join, I saw her profile picture and just the way she was talking, I was like, oh, she seems pretty cool. She seems just as cool as you described her, you know? She seems very fun. Those are my first impressions. Someone who's cool and fun.
All right. How about? I actually don't remember what you guys talked about when you first joined the VC, but you guys remember if you guys did talk about anything?
Well,
Let's talk about anything.
I don't. No. The thing is, when she first joined VC, right? I think like we talked for a bit, but we didn't really focus on each other too much at the start. And then I started playing 5M, right? I wasn't playing any cringe roleplay servers. No, don't worry. I was playing on Mad Drift. So I was just drifting around cars and stuff, having fun, and I was streaming it to them. And for the most part, Issa was just trying to gain my attention, right? And I was giving her little little droplets of attention here and there, while focusing on drifting my car, right? And then after a while, one important thing happened.
Yeah, but I think I'd like to talk about like what I was talking about when I first got into VC. I would say that this is like, as weird as it sounds, a pretty usual thing for me. Like when I join a VC for the first time and I'm like in there with a friend, I just have the tendency to start fake flirting with like the people there, and knowing like already from this application like about Michael.
What kind of what kind of person I am, because I filled it out seriously.
Uh-huh. I thought it would be funny to do the whole fake flirting thing, because before that I just stopped talking to someone who I used to do that with, and I thought it would be funny to just do it on someone else, you know, and yeah, just trying to get my mind off someone else. But yeah.
And
yes.
And how long does that last?
What, the fake flirting?
Yes.
I would probably say about 2 weeks to a month. It doesn't last very long.
Well, if you say it like that, then that does seem very long. 1 month of fake flirting. Actually, I can't. I mean, we can't really talk because back in grade 9, me and Izza actually used to fake flirt a lot.
Of course.
And never mind, I was gonna say stuff, but it's not.
That's a story for another
appropriate.
podcast.
Yeah,
sorry for another
story for
podcast.
another podcast.
Yeah,
But-
so when she first joined, she fake flirted with me and stuff. That's the part I forgot to mention when I was talking about it. But you know, and she was trying to gain my attention, and Justin was like pointing out like that I'm not giving her attention at all. I'm like, sorry, bro, I'm I'm picking cars over girls. Because I wasn't taking the shit seriously. I was just just having fun with it, you know. And I knew she wouldn't take it personally because I knew she was fake flirting. And we did that for a while, and then after a bit, I think Isa like wanted to match PFPs. I'm pretty sure she's the one that brought up the whole thing about matching PFPs. And I was like, okay, I'll agree on one condition. And this is the important part that I was telling you guys, that I was talking about. And the one condition is, She calls me her little pog.
I know you're embarrassed saying this out loud.
I am a little embarrassed, but it was all for fun and jokes. It wasn't serious. So, she did. She ended up reluctantly doing it. And we matched BFBs.
I still remember which ones we used. They were Psyche K.
Lucky K ones.
I remember showing you like my Pinterest board, and it had all the matching profile pics, and I asked you to pick one. And
yeah,
I think
right.
that Justin wanted the Psyche K ones because he said something that I still remember. He said, if Michael and I went to the same school and we sat beside each other, that would be us.
Did I said that?
I think so. That's what.
But that if you did or did not, that definitely would be us.
For sure.
Honestly, I don't even remember if I said that or not. But you know,
I'm like that with almost
that's
all my
exciting.
friends at school. I act like I give out the same vibe as the PFB I use.
But yes.
And for the most part, nothing else really happened. We just talked for a bit more, had some more fun, and I'll be honest, but by the end of that day, I really I really enjoyed my time with Isa, and I was like,
Same.
you know what, I would like to talk to her again, but I was still thinking this is gonna be one of those things where it doesn't really last. Just we talk for a little while, we have fun, and she just becomes a good friend, and we don't talk as much. That's really as far as I thought it was gonna go, and I'm pretty sure the same would go for Isa.
For sure.
And from there, something happened that I would call honestly the work of fate. Just how everything lined up, right?
Mhm.
Everything from that day on, everything just lined up perfectly for us to talk more, spend more time with each other, and just we kept on taking a liking to each other. One of the things that happened is Isa and Justin had a project to work on, I believe, and Justin decided to be like, hey yo, I'ma just do your part in the project as well, so you get to talk to Michael more.
I know the
remember doing
reason.
that.
I know the reason why he did that. So earlier that day, so this was Thursday, September 16th. I remember it because it was picture day at school,
Oh,
and of course Justin and I had bio again, and he kept mentioning Michael to me, and I know it was we only talked for a few hours the day before, but Justin could see me smile every time he mentioned your name.
What can I say? I'm just that charming.
okay then.
Like-
Okay, Michael.
That probably brought out a genuine smile from my my school photo. I don't really like it that much, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure Michael
At
would
least I
say
actually
otherwise.
smiled.
Weren't you blushing as well every time he mentioned my name?
Yeah. Probably even giggling a little.
I wish I was still in the same city so I could see you blush like that.
Yeah, Michael lives in a other city than we do. 45 minutes away. 2 hours on bus. 45 minutes on car. Depends on the traffic. Yeah.
Depends on the traffic.
It really depends on the traffic, yeah, for the most part.
But for the most part, 45 minutes. Yeah.
Mhm.
2 hours by bus. So.
which kind of sucks, you know. That this is exactly why I didn't want to date anyone from my from the old city I used to live in, just so I don't have to deal with like all that travel time. But
Cry
you
about
know
it.
what? I'm not gonna cry about it because it's all worth it
Aww.
for you. I know all our listeners, all our non-existent listeners are are cringing their asses off right now.
For sure.
Because of how corny we are.
Well, I, okay. Well, I can't speak on behalf of all people, but pretty sure all couples who talk like just to each other, they're very corny.
Of course, yeah.
Mhm.
You need that level of corniness. It's cute. It's cute. Just
Yeah.
don't overdo it sometimes.
Yeah, don't
Sometimes the
don't
kid go a little
don't,
overboard.
don't overdo it. Anyways, where were we? So Thursday, right? Picture day.
Yeah.
And that whole pass. So, Michael, how was that whole day for you? Since we just explained how Izza was with picture day and stuff like that.
Well, how was the whole day for me?
Yeah, I assume you had a normal
after
day.
Wednesday.
I had a pretty normal day. I thought about you a bit, definitely, but it wasn't like, you know, like I still didn't like you yet, you know? But I'll be honest, the entire time while I was at school, I was just like waiting to come back to talk to you again because I really enjoyed my time with you on Wednesday.
Yeah. I couldn't wait to get back to talk to you.
And yeah, for the most part, it was just a normal day. Came back, talked, had more fun. I don't really remember what we talked about in the first 5 days of us meeting
Don't
each
worry,
other.
I know.
Doubt it was like much of anything like crazy important.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it was just very casual stuff.
I'll bring up one thing. This is like one of the first arcs that we see,
First arcs.
which is your first date. Not real
Yes,
date.
the first date.
Not real date.
Yeah, quote unquote not real
No,
date.
it's
This
not-
was
not
this
real.
was
No,
back
no, no,
in
no,
our
no, no, not that.
what? Oh wait. Are you talking about the Roblox?
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah. But that
Wait,
comes the
hap-
day after. That's why I
that
didn't
happened
bring it
on
up yet.
Friday, right? Right.
Yes, I remember on Thursday. I don't know why. I was thinking about you like at school, while I was in design class.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember texting the Speedy Speds, and I was like, what if I ask Michael out on a Roblox date for fun? Cause why not? And also cause I like already really took a liking to you, which was very obvious cause Justin could tell.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't believe that you actually agreed to it. So then we were just deciding where should we go, and obviously the guys said midnight racing, and then that takes us to Friday, September 17th, which is when we had the Roblox date. 2 days after we started talking.
2 days after we started talking, yeah. But that was just for fun for the most part. I didn't think anything of it. Of course, it wasn't anything
Yeah, me
serious.
neither.
And by the way, the reason why we picked Midnight Racing is you know, we the Speedy Speds, we're all car guys for the most part. So of course we play a lot of car games and stuff. We talk about cars all the time. And one of our like favorite games is Midnight Racing. And so, you know, we thought it would be fun to just do it there because there's a couple of cool places on like the maps, like the restaurant we went to. Oh, and I remember what happened in the restaurant, like while we were just like chilling. the guys in the server were with us, were with us, of course, and they dressed up as like food. They dressed up as like a hot
A
dog
hot
and
dog.
like what else?
Yeah.
Banana.
What else did they dress up as?
Banana.
Oh, yeah. And that was our meal apparently.
Yep. I enjoyed it.
Yes,
It
I
felt like
enjoyed that
entertainment. And
very
also
much
the
so.
guys bringing in random cars into the restaurant.
Into the restaurant, I remember that. I remember I brought my R34 into the restaurant.
It was really fun. We just kept on doing fun, goofy things in the restaurant. You know, I wish we recorded that. That was like actually so.
We have
so
a
much
couple of
fun.
screenshots.
We do
Yeah,
have
I
a
still
couple
have
of
I still have
right?
screenshots. And it shows the date at the top, so that's why I always remember it was September 17.
Now, since we're of course not doing these podcasts live and they're gonna be edited, you wanna actually put on those screenshots
Yeah, just send me them.
for the viewers?
Yeah, send. Just.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna open my screenshots folder and then I'm gonna get these up here. Oh, I have to open them in Finder. Where are they? Oh wait, it has the date on it. I only have one screenshot actually. Let me just drag it in here. There we go. VC text.
Yes. So here on the screen we do have the one screenshot that we have. But oh yeah. So don't mind Michael's avatar right now. He changes it. Don't worry. Discount
let me
69
see.
right here.
Yeah, I did change it. Thanks to Asa, because she ended up giving me Robux.
Yeah,
To
I
buy
had a lot to
blocks
spare.
work. Yeah, she had some to spare, and she thought it would be fun to just like play blocks work with me,
Yeah,
so she ended up giving me.
At least you actually
Robux?
look decent this time.
Yeah, you
I'm
have
still
someone.
I'm still discount 69 just in a Toman outfit. Also,
Yeah.
we're big fans of Tokyo Revengers, so
I've never seen
almost
it.
everyone in the server has that. Has
Oh,
that
yeah,
outfit.
so that is the first quote unquote date you guys had, and that was on Friday.
Yeah, look at my avatar. I even dressed up for this. Wore my cutest Roblox dress. Got a bag and earrings and everything.
I know, just discount 69.
And if you actually see that other person in the restaurant is Min, one of the Speedy Speds members. He drives a 370Z, and yeah, that's Min for you.
Alright, he
and
does.
sometimes Justin and I see him on the bus.
Oh yeah, we do. I didn't see him that one time though. Sad. Anyway, so that's Friday.
Oh,
And
there was another thing that did happen on Friday.
uh-huh.
Southwest Florida.
Oh right.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot we did that.
After the midnight racing date, we did play Southwest Florida, and it was in a private server, right? In my private server, and we were just fooling around, stuff like that. We were driving cars, and of course I was rich, so I had like a bunch of cars in my disposal, and for some reason, I don't know what made us do this, but everyone who was in the server, including them, we started going. We joined the fire department team.
That did not happen on That didn't happen.
No,
Wait, hold
on-
up.
that wasn't on Friday. That was on
No,
Friday.
that was
on
another.
Sunday.
That was on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was on Sunday.
I got
You
my
wanna know what
days mixed
happened
up.
on Friday though?
I actually don't remember what happened on Friday.
The movie filming. The little skit.
I mean, it was supposed to be a movie. Sadly, we can't show it because one of our members, Brian, was recording the whole entire thing, but sadly his metal stopped working, and he didn't notice until we finished filming the entire thing.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had a
and we were
script
like,
and everything.
we're not gonna film the entire thing again. Screw that.
Yes, because well, first of all, that whole script movie thing is not PG-13. And,
Yeah, it's very much not.
And yeah, it's not. No, it's not.
Should I give them a basic gist of it without going into too much detail?
Go ahead.
Yep.
So basically, the film was about me. I was role playing a cop, right? And then there would be a speeding driver. And then it was a police chase and stuff. And after the police chase was done, it was a bit of a chase for a little bit. But then like Isa would pull over, and I'd come up to her. I'd talk to her. I'd be like, okay, this is your fine for like speeding and stuff. And she wants other ways to pay other than money, because she in the roleplay she didn't have enough money for the fine.
Imagine being broke.
So I'll leave the rest to your imagination how she ended up wanting to pay.
Excellent explanation. But sadly, we cannot show that to you because even if we
Yes.
had the entire thing recorded, I wouldn't even show it anyways.
Probably not. I mean, we'd have it posted on our channel though.
I mean, if you guys want to check it out, I said if because we didn't record it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry we're
Unfortunately.
bad filmmakers.
Yes.
Anyways, so that's what happened on Friday in Southwest Florida, and when we were done the entire thing, quote unquote filming, I remember being like, okay, post the clips because I need to patch everything together, do the editing, stuff like that. And that was when Brian told me that his metal his metal broke. Okay. Technically, it's still recorded, but the thing is,
Didn't only record audio, right?
it only recorded audio. It didn't record anything visual. So like,
Oh wait, so we still have the audio of that?
yeah, we have the audio, but I'd rather not show it here.
We can animate it if we want.
Ooh.
We have the audio for it, right?
We do,
I
but
would like to look back at that.
I don't think he uploaded them though because I remember him
Oh.
saying
He never did. I hope he didn't delete them actually.
he has
He
a 1
might have.
terabyte hard drive.
I'm
He might have deleted
assuming.
them.
Yeah, he might have.
Yeah, I feel like he would have if he was like clearing out his metal.
He was like not too long after all of that he cleared out his metal. I think maybe like
so it's
2 weeks
probably
after or
gone.
something.
Yeah, so it's probably long gone right now.
Yeah.
But I'll always remember it.
Yes, it's a fond memory.
hmm
But yeah,
That's pretty much it for Friday.
that's pretty much it for Friday.
I don't think that much
Well-
happened on Saturday either.
We'll skip like the kind of like non-important parts, like what happened on Sunday, stuff like that, because those aren't really like major events. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
are
were just us
that's for
fooling
us.
around.
Like that's more of a Speedy
Yeah,
Speds thing as a whole.
So I'll basically
Yeah.
just summarize what up until our next quote-unquote arc is that a lot of talking, a lot of just talking, being friends, talking about random shit, new shit, playing Roblox, fooling around. So that basically summarizes what happens until our next.
Wait, but before we move on to our next arc, when did we ruin our sleep schedules for each other? It was before Monday, right? I think we ruined it during the weekend.
I don't think it was before that Monday, like the 20th, September 20th, I don't think we were ruining our sleep schedule then. I do remember it was probably like the Thursday before we met up, because I remember we were up watching the first movie, and we were up
Alright.
until like 2 a.m. I think.
What movie did you guys watch?
We were watching the first movie of the Before trilogy. I think
Yeah.
it was called Before Sunrise.
Yeah, it was. Before sunrise, and there's before sunset, and then
Good movie.
Yeah,
from
but
midnight.
that comes after like the
Yes,
major point in all of this, which is to be talked about.
That's a
No.
good movie, by the way.
It is. It really is. Especially the first one. The first one,
I
highly
love the
recommend
first
it.
one.
Second one, it was.
Eh.
It was eh.
It was very much.
Third
eh.
one, it was more eh.
We, s- I, w- me and
still haven't
Issa
watched
has
it.
still not watched it.
Well, you guys watched it, but
What do you mean?
didn't finish. Actually, no.
No,
I
we
think-
watched like 20 minutes of it, I think.
You guys didn't finish it though.
But now we're just waiting till like, our friend Roman wants to join.
Yeah, because he hasn't watched it yet, the third movie at least, and
Yeah.
he's the one who recommended us to watch the trilogy.
The trilogy. Yeah. So, you guys watched that movie. I do remember that.
Hmm.
And by the way, these two weren't officially dating at this time.
Yeah, and we watched we watched a very romantic movie.
Hmm.
I have been informed that one of our listeners who is in the VC currently is eating a whole lemon.
That's very interesting.
Very interesting. Thank you for your info.
While I was listening to this,
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we'll move on to our next arc.
We're not talking about lemons. I'm sorry.
We're not talking about. We'll talk about lemons after.
Yes, we'll talk
yeah,
about
there's a
lemon
lot to
after.
cover here.
Yeah. So I'll go over our
And we're running
second
out of
arc,
time.
We're running out of
and
time.
that is the first date.
Yeah, this. How long is this first episode gonna go on for? Like 2 hours,
An
maybe,
hour and a half
max?
depends.
Hour and a half, 2 hours
Okay, so
max.
it's been about 40 minutes.
37
or
minutes.
30. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're halfway through.
So we'll start off with our second arc, which is the first date, correct?
Yeah. So I'll take over from here.
Go ahead.
So we get to Monday, right? This is 5 days after we started talking, and by this point, I was still very confused on how I felt about Issa. But what I knew for a fact is that I liked her. All right, I liked her. I didn't know how I liked her. Was it romantically? Was it platonically? Was it just she's a really cool person and deserves to be liked? I don't know. All right, but I was just like, I like her, so I might as well like ask her out, right? I might as well just like go out with her, see how it is, see if we end up really liking each other's company or not. Because I really thought about it. I was like, if I don't take the chance now, like I'll never know what'll happen later on, and I do not like to have regrets. I hate regrets, and I do everything in my power to avoid them by doing everything I can in my day-to-day life. And that's one of the things I was like, I'll probably regret if I don't at the very least meet up with her at least one time to see how it is, you know? So I asked her out on Monday, and to my surprise, she agreed.
Well, it was
Well,
just going to the mall, so obviously
It was just
It-
going to.
wasn't anything
Yes.
big.
But I also specifically worded it as a hangout, as a normal, friendly hangout.
But in reality, it was a date.
It was a thing.
Also, I'd like to mention one thing about this date. Is that I had to be there.
Yeah, Justin had the third wheel. For
I mean, that gave Justin a chance to meet Michael as well.
Right.
Yeah,
Cause
Justin.
I haven't met him, man.
okay. Funny thing. I'm gonna say it's a bit off topic, but back when I used to live in like my old city where Justin and Isa live, I used to live literally 10 minutes away from Justin, like just walking. He was 10 minutes away, like walking distance, and I never met up with him. And I lived there for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. I don't know what's wrong with us, alright, for not meeting up, but it is what it is.
Mistakes are made.
Mistakes are made.
Mistakes are definitely made. But yeah, Izza, can you actually go over the reason why I had to come?
I think the reason that Justin had to come was because one, like it would be awkward if he didn't come, cause Michael and I didn't even like
You just faded out of
Two.
existence for a second.
huh? I what?
Your mic just like faded out of existence.
Oh
Like your
damn.
voice faded away.
I
Oh.
was like, okay,
You might
so-
want to say you might want to say that again.
Oh, yeah, so the first reason why Justin had to come along was because I didn't know Michael very long, but Justin did, so at least it would make things less awkward. And the second reason was that like I needed someone who I really knew like to go with me and meet him, cuz like I wasn't gonna tell my parents, oh, I'm gonna go to
Just
to the
dox
mall.
ourselves.
I'm gonna go to the I'm
Okay, I'm keeping that in.
edit it out.
I'm keeping that in.
Leave it.
I'm keeping that in.
You just doxed. Oh my god.
Okay.
Let me hold on, pause. Let me actually check what would happen if she actually. Oh god, it actually. Oh shit, it pops up.
Okay, yeah, but I wasn't gonna tell my parents like I'm gonna go to the mall and meet this guy who you have no idea is and you guys will have to be okay with it. I wasn't gonna be like that, okay? So that's why I had my friend of like 2 years,
3 years.
Justin, 3 years, I guess, come along with me because that's like I could say to my parents like he's my friend from school and that I'm going with him. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it would have been awkward without him because we wouldn't have anything to talk about, honestly.
Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to mention that this podcast is a full length. There will be no cuts, but there will be some sort of editing so that we don't spill any of our let's say information.
Yeah, please bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep it out.
So this podcast will be all in one take.
All in one take down.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I don't know why, but after Michael asked me to go out to the mall with him, I seemed a little nervous about it, like bringing it up to my mom, but she was cool with it, obviously, because I'm just going to the mall with my friends. It's just, like, to me, it felt so weird. Like, I even talked to my sister about this. I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall and meet up with a friend from Discord.
Yeah, sounds kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
Sounds kind of iffy.
But,
Very iffy, yeah. But thankfully, you're like a real life friend for both of us, so not that iffy. Like you coming along made it not iffy at all.
Yes.
So what happened like after that? Oh yeah. So after like Michael asked me all that, I just remember the rest of the week following that, like Justin and I, we would hang out at lunch together, and for those like 4 days before we met up on the Saturday, I just remember a lot of advice that he gave, and I remember like I was in denial still, and
For the most part.
yeah, Justin was just trying to tell me, he was trying to tell me like, oh, you like him, and that I should just accept it, but I didn't want to accept it yet because I felt like everything was happening too quickly.
I mean, if you look at it now, it really was.
Yeah.
Um,
We sped run the whole like first stages of like
a relationship.
having a crush and then first stages of relationship.
Yeah,
Like the whole
bro did
having a crush stage?
many times
Nah,
have a
we skipped it. We didn't speedrun it. We skipped it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you guys like first met, and instantly, just like that. It's just like instant connection.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was an instant spark.
Yes, and I love that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So yeah, and I also remember that we did take selfies.
I still have the selfies.
Yeah, I will not be posting that up on the
Yeah.
podcast for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
But we took a selfie every day for each day of the week until it was the first date.
Yeah. And I remember sending it to Michael, like every picture that we took. One of the pictures that we took, like, I think Michael thought I was sitting on Justin's lap.
Oh yeah,
for some
I remember
reason.
that.
And keep in mind, we were still not together at this point, and I was just I was about to commit murder
Don't kill me, man.
for legal reasons. That is a joke. I was not gonna commit
Yeah,
murder.
the FBI don't arrest him. Wait, no, not federal.
That is just an expression.
Yeah, it's an expression. Those aren't. It's not terroristic threat. I didn't say that because you're of that descent. I said that because that is an actual law.
Yeah, it's so funny to me.
Yeah. Anyways, so all of that came through. Oh yeah, I just wanted to bring this this funny thing up. In one of those days we had a Civvies Day, which is okay. So if you didn't know, our school, we wear uniforms, but there's something called Civvies Day where we really don't wear uniforms. We wear something else other than a uniform. And I remember that me and Izza were hanging out with a bunch of other friends, and he told us to JoJo. I think one of the Speedy Speds members told us to JoJo pose. So we did, and the person taking the picture of us, you know who that is, threw a fucking umbrella at Izza. I really remember that. Literally threw a fucking umbrella at Izza and hitting her fucking hand. And I laughed so fucking hard. I don't know why. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because this seems funny to me.
I remember when you told me about that. I was like, "Hey, you might wanna tell me like I don't know his address or like any information about him. I just wanna talk to him.
Shush.
I just wanna talk to him."
You're already acting like that.
I was already acting like that. We still haven't even went on our first date.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just yeah. Anyways, so this comes the first date, and I would like to give the honors to Izza to explain what happened there.
Uh-huh. So it was Saturday, September 25th, and I remember waking up like feeling nervous and excited about going to meet up with Michael, who I had only been talking to for 10 days at the time. I was just like in shock at how fast everything was going, and um yeah, I just remember like I had my whole outfit picked out for that day, feeling nice and ready to go meet Michael. So yeah, I just remember like um going over to Justin's place, and the two of us were just chilling for a while because Michael was taking a while to even leave the house. He was waiting for his dad to be ready, which like delayed our meetup time by a lot. Well, not a lot, but I would probably say about 40 minutes.
Wait, 40 minutes? You guys were waiting for me for 40 minutes?
I don't know if you
No.
want to include the time, like, of us busing there. Yeah.
I mean, I
Like-
don't know if that counts. That doesn't really count.
Yeah. But even when we got to the mall, Michael still wasn't there, so Justin and I decided to just walk around for a bit. And then we get a text asking, like, where should Michael be dropped off so we can actually meet up with him. And then we decided on the nearest door to the store we were at. We were at Indigo at the time. So we got out and we waited. And I just remember I kept turning to Justin. I was like, I feel so nervous. And like I kept hiding myself for some reason. But then we just see like Michael come out of his car, and then it's all that good stuff, you know, we say hi and whatever. And that was it. We finally met up. What else happened after that? So we walk into the mall together, and then we
Actually, you missed a little detail.
Mhm.
Okay,
Once I
sorry,
got
go
out of my car too, and started walking up to you guys, and you like recognized me, like you hid behind Justin for a little bit until I got there. I said hi to Justin, right? And then like you hugged me, and that was like a surprise thing because I didn't expect the hug. I didn't expect I expected a very normal greeting. Then you
yeah.
hugged me, and I was like, oh, this is nice. But that caught me off guard at the same time, so I also didn't know how to react. It took me like it took me a good 2 seconds to hug you back.
Yeah, that must have been weird. But
Well, it wasn't weird. It was nice.
yeah.
It caught me off guard.
Well, yeah, of course, that was our first time meeting. But
Yeah.
I knew already how you felt about me, so it didn't feel that weird to just go in for a hug. But yeah, when like we went back into the mall, I think we were just walking around for a bit. We went back into Indigo because Justin wanted to show Michael like these little cars that they had.
Diecast cars
Okay.
there.
Yeah, like the family car.
The family car. Oh god. We didn't tell them about that
Oh, yeah.
joke.
The family car.
That's not PG-13.
Okay, no, I'll
I mean,
I'll still
canonically
explain
speaking, right? Oh, hold on. Canonically speaking, in the Speedy Speds lore, the family car has existed longer than you have.
Yeah.
We've had the family car since we used to play GTA. I think that's when the Speedy Speds family car started.
That is when it started.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
our family car is the Lamborghini Urus,
Yeah.
which is an SUV, by the way. I'll put up a picture on screen right here. It's Lamborghini. That's Lamborghini Urus. So, yeah. the colors are gonna be the colors to our family car are orange and black, mainly black with orange lines.
Orange stripes and like like it's an accent color, not the main color.
But yeah, that's the running joke of the family car.
Yeah, we've had the whole family car thing since before Iza, and then when she came, we made it a not safe for work thing.
Mhm. But yeah, going back to talking about what happened at the mall, we decided to go and get bubble tea because, like, we had talked about it before that we would go and get bubble tea because why not? And then we went like outside for a bit, like behind the mall, and we were just like talking. I guess we were just sitting and chilling. It was a bit awkward because I couldn't even make eye contact with Michael.
Yeah,
Like-
she barely could make any eye contact with me. I was trying to like make eye contact with her and like just seem like I'm comfortable with it so she can start being comfortable with it and all. And she was not having it.
Uh-huh.
Like we barely could even hold hands. We held hands for like a minute max, and then she let go. She couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like I was really awkward that time. Also, Justin took a lot of pictures of us.
Yeah, he did.
Which I'll not be
Picture of
showing.
us.
Yeah, we are
drinking
not
bubble
showing
tea.
those pictures.
Yeah, we're not showing those pictures.
No way in hell are we showing those. They are
Uh-huh.
so bad.
What happened after that?
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on, no,
so
it's not that they're bad. It's just that it's us.
We were awkward in them, that's the thing.
yeah, they're really awkward. Looking back at them.
Yeah. Now all our pictures seem very natural because of how comfortable we are with each other.
Uh-huh. But at the time, they just looked really forced, in my opinion.
Because they were.
Especially the mirror
Honestly.
selfie, which I will not be showing.
Yeah, we're not showing that.
I did not. Take
That used to
picture,
be
by
the
the way.
picture that I used to show everyone back when.
Oh, well, now you can show them the new updated mirror selfie.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But another thing I remember was us going into Spencer's, and Justin decided to buy like I think how many of those stock
3,
things did you buy? Yep. Okay, so the first one was a pen.
which did not work,
Didn't
by the
work.
way.
Didn't work, by the way. The second one was
Got a refund.
gum. And then the third one, which
Was the worst one.
That's the worst
Uh,
one, yeah.
were the car keys. So, after we bought them, we decided to sit down somewhere so we could just chill because we were on our feet the whole day.
Yeah,
And
there was this like area on the second floor where it's like there was a big wall. It was like pretty empty. There's nothing really around. So people just usually sit there in that mall. Like we went there a couple of times and
I think
like
that space
a
is
bunch of
pretty
times
good
actually,
now.
and it just people sit there. It's a nice place to just sit down and relax for a bit. Even though there are no seats or anything, you sit on the
You
dirty
just sit
floors,
on the
but
floor. Oh, well.
it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
It's not that
So we opened up those like shock things, and I didn't try out any of them because I didn't want to. So it was mostly just Michael and Justin who were playing with it. And I just remember like when Michael tried out the car keys for the first time.
Oh, and by
It
the way,
hit him.
before you say what happened, just to tell them how bad it was. When I fucking got shocked by them, like the shock went all the way up to my fucking shoulder. That shit hurt.
But
And-
yeah,
Yeah,
as
you
soon
can
as he
continue,
felt
actually.
it, he like punched the wall, and like there were just other people there sitting around, so it was loud.
Yeah, I made the whole entire wall vibrate behind us.
Yeah. I wonder how that must have felt on the other end, because you know what's on the other side of that wall.
It probably thought like someone was trying to break the fucking wall. Just so you guys know, it wasn't like a thick wall. It was just it was a relatively thin wall.
Mhm.
But I'll be honest, I was so kind of impressed with my ability to make the whole entire wall vibrate.
But on a more wholesome note about all of this, like while we were sitting down, I don't know, we decided to just cuddle for a bit. It was so weird doing it in public, but it was pretty much all we could do at the time.
For context,
Really
they weren't
didn't
even
feel-
dating.
Yeah, we
I didn't
weren't.
I didn't really feel like that cuddling was weird, but what was weird about it is the fact you were comfortable with doing that and not holding hands and not like making eye contact.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the feeling of that.
Yeah, we discovered very quickly that this love language is physical touch,
Mhm.
and so is mine, so we work out well.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It felt like comfortable to me, and yeah. Then we decided, like, since it was getting late, we wanted to eat something, so we got like poutine from the food court, and then we went outside to eat it because I think at the time you would need to have like your proof of vaccination to sit in the food court. But
Yeah, and I was fully vaccinated by that time.
yeah,
Don't
so
judge
we
him.
had to yeah, we had
don't
to
judge
eat
me.
outside. And it had just rained, so it was like the seats were wet and whatever. But
And then
it's
I
all we-
offer,
it's all
then
we
I
had.
offer to let you sit on my lap.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I did,
You
right?
did.
Yeah, I'm saying nope, as in I didn't want to do it at the
Yeah, you
time.
didn't
You
want to
did,
do
though.
it, but I offered so she doesn't have to
I
sit
ended
on
up
the
sitting on my
wet
sweater.
seats, or having to resort to that.
Yeah, that was all good until we decided to join like the VC in Speedy Speds. I don't know if that's something that we need to go
Should we
over.
talk about that? I feel like we shouldn't.
But it's a
Yeah.
very sad topic.
It's a very sad topic.
Yeah, I feel like that would not fit the mood of whatever we're talking about right now, but let's just say that like sad stuff happened, and then like I just remember being left alone, like, and then Justin and Michael, they went somewhere else to go talk about it.
Yeah, I needed to calm down a little bit, so I just
Yeah.
went far away from them.
Mhm.
And then Justin came over and talked to me, just talked to me and calmed me down.
I was
Mhm.
like, hey yo, bro, chill out. She was a hoe anyways.
So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so after that, it stopped raining and the sun was about to set, so I guess it was nicer outside. And since we were like waiting to go home, because we were being picked up, like Justin and Michael decide that they wanna walk around the parking lot of the mall and just look at cars. Pretty wacky
course.
stuff, honestly.
Not
I
really wacky when you consider the fact we're car guys.
But it would probably be wacky to other people.
I mean,
I
yeah,
will-
on a first day, and then we just go look at cars. No.
I will
Fair
tell
enough.
you, we saw 3 Subaru Direct STIs, one with a custom spoiler, or wing, I should say, and a C8 Corvette, and a Nismo 370Z.
And when I saw that 370Z, just so you guys know, the Fair Lady Z is like my favorite fucking car family, I guess. I don't know what series would be the right word. I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but yes, it's one of my favorite car series of all time, and I saw 370Z, which is my favorite car out of the whole entire series, if I'm being honest. And when I saw it, I ran to it. I
Yeah, you
ran
just
to
left
it. I
me.
took pictures, and I just I kept on like looking at the car and stuff, like that shit was like a dream to me, you know?
You might be asking us, so what's our dream car? Well, my dream car is a 1969 Ford Mustang, but to be honest, I'd rather get a Subaru RX STI. I know Michael. You know Michael, right? 370Z.
I mean, yeah, it's one of my dream cars. I have a bunch, if I'm being honest.
And if you're gonna ask what's Isla's, it's a Miata.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention. Like it's not really related to anything, but that day, like that same day, when Justin and I were on our way to the mall, Justin saw a Supra
Ayo,
and
hold up.
was like,
Do it,
"Ayo,
Michael.
ayo,
Michael, do it with me. Ayo,
Right.
ayo.
ayo,
Is that a
ayo,
Is
is that
is that
a
a
is
is that a
that
Supra?
a is that a Supra?" Like I just remember Justin saying it so loud while we were on the bus. Thankfully, no one was in there except for the bus driver. But yeah, I just thought I would bring that up because you guys started talking about cars anyways.
It was a red Supra MK5.
I'm pretty sure I saw that like same Supra like literally a few days before because I like went down. Fuck.
Bleep it out.
I'm bleeping that.
Okay, because I went down to my old city. We'll leave that out.
So after like Justin and Michael went around looking at cars, we decided to just sit down again because walking, and it was getting cold. Michael was like being stupid and didn't bring any kind of sweater or jacket with him, so we
Listen,
were
I
kind of
thought it was gonna be a nice warm day, alright? But it wasn't.
so we just kind of cuddled a bit so that I could like keep him warm, and I wasn't complaining about all of
It's very
that.
cute. Well, it's very cute how like you agreed to just cuddle with me to keep me warm.
Of course, I didn't want you to be cold, and I already did like you at the time.
Yeah.
I was still in denial of my feelings though, but
It was very apparent though.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it was. And I just remember while we were doing that, like we kept looking out to see if your parents were there, making sure that they wouldn't see us.
Yeah, like
And of course, it
at this
happened
point,
by the movie theater,
at this point, of
which
course,
is
we
the
didn't.
same place where something else happened with with similar events to it. But that's probably a story for another time.
I
Unless
mean,
we can somehow
I don't
squeeze
think
it in here.
it's for another time. We can talk. I think we have enough time for the second date as well.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
It's been an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we might have
let's
time for it.
let's finish the first one real quick. So, the reason why we were looking out for like if my parents are there or not is because of course I didn't tell my parents nothing yet. They didn't even know of your existence. I like until like I told them I'm gonna go hang out with you. That's when they first like found out about you. But they thought we were just like, oh, like cool, one of your friends, sure, go hang out with her. They didn't think much of it, so I didn't want them to think much of it for a little while, because of course they don't want me to rush into things, and if they knew that we've only talked for like 10 days and we're already cuddling, it'd probably be like, what the fuck?
But yeah, then his parents came, and Justin and I got a ride back to our places. We got to talk to his parents, and all that. It was nice. And then, like, as I was about to be dropped off home, like, since I was sitting in the middle, it could have been either Justin or Michael who got out so that I could go out of the car. But, yeah, Justin was about to, exit from his door because it was, like, facing, my house. But then Michael was like, no, and then he goes out his door to let me out, and then he just hugs me, and then, like, his parents are there in the car giving him a death stare.
Correct.
And may I say, when we hugged, right? You hugged me so tightly. I didn't expect that at all, but I honestly loved it. I still look back and think like very fondly of that memory.
Correction.
Just-
It was you who jumped in his arms.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to hug you anyway, so I was gonna go in for a hug, but you like jumped into my arms and just hugged me so tight. It felt nice.
I mean, I didn't know when the next time I was gonna see you was, so
I
might
mean,
as well
yeah.
end off the night with something nice, you know?
Yeah, and thank you for that, cause now that we're done the first day, let me tell you how long we had to wait for our second time ever meeting up. We had to wait a whole month and a week, I think, or
It
was
was
it
a
a
month and 5 days.
wait, a month and what?
A month and 5 days.
Basically a month and a week.
Yeah.
And I was dying inside to see her again, may I say?
Yeah, we kept making plans, but because
Things
of
came
other
up.
things coming up, like, it couldn't happen until October 30th. It was a Saturday. Saturday, October 30th, was, like, I guess, a day that everyone could go for some
Yeah, around the
reason.
Speedy Speds.
Yeah, we had, like, a whole hangout, basically, at that same mall, and that was only the second time that Michael and I had met up. So, yeah. In between those, like, weeks that we hadn't talked, we really got closer. So, meeting him again, like, in person for the second time felt way better than meeting him for the first time.
Yeah, it was
And
a
we
lot more
were
comfortable.
much more
both of
comfortable
us.
with each other. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, like, Michael was the last one to, come, like, cause
Was
all
I?
of us were already there. Yep,
You were.
we were just
Oh,
waiting
no.
for you.
And one thing.
Don't mention it. I swear to God. Let's keep that detail out.
You already know.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes.
mention it.
What?
On a previous day where me and Michael hanged out, with other members of the Speedy Speds, he went to a store named Cold Conversations. I mean, Hot Topic.
course.
And bought a backpack, Demon Slayer backpack, like most little mini backpacks that little white girls have. Yeah.
Yep. Hold on. Wait.
Now I'm calling them white girl backpack. No.
See,
Ah,
I got
yes,
it right here.
You can send a picture afterwards so I can put up on the screen. And
Uh-huh.
that was the last time that we hung out with me. Like, well, that was without Izza, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't be there because
Yeah,
I had a
was-
surprise birthday party that day.
Yeah, I was third wheeling Justin actually because he was out with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you know how we mentioned one of the Speedy Speds members is with us in the call and he's just listening to this whole thing. He was with us too.
Yeah.
Joined in us
If you want to
another
unmute
third
and introduce
wheel.
yourself,
Yes.
more than
Yeah,
glad.
introduce
join in
yourself,
to this.
listener.
Lemon is sour?
Quite the introduction.
Wait, are we allowed to say our real names?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've
That's
been
all-
calling each other by real names the entire
Yeah.
time.
My name is
Dick Hammerbush.
Painter's Mate Green Tape. Yeah. My name is Matthew,
Yes, but we all call him
and
Mikey,
I'm a
so
good friend of these guys.
Mhm.
And
yes.
always make sure to not die.
Why? Why do you sound like I'm pointing a gun to your head, asking for an introduction?
Okay, but going
Anyways.
back to the second time Michael and I met up, I just remember, like, when I saw him again, I just went in for a hug straight away. Didn't even give him any time to say hi to the other Speedy Speds members.
Okay. Before that, I remember telling Michael. I remember asking
No.
Michael, "Did you bring the
No.
gift?"
I feel so bad about it. I hate when you mention it.
And then, and then his eyes just widen.
Michael, don't ever try to cuddle me again.
Okay, let's give context to that. Hold on. Before the whole gift thing. So you guys know how how like I hung out with Justin, his girlfriend, and Mikey over here. Like about a week. Yeah, like a week before my second hangout with Isa. So Justin and his girlfriend were cuddling the entire time, and I felt lonely. And Mikey was also there, and I was like, and I kept on trying to cuddle with Mikey, but he kept running away.
Oh, damn.
Why
I'm
didn't you
assuming
let
we're
me
gonna
cuddle?
talk about the
What's a homie
next
cuddle, man?
hangout after this.
Hmm?
Are we gonna talk about the next hangout after this?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
But yes,
Um,
I went in for a homie cuddle, and the Mikey ran away.
Yeah.
That's the context for this.
Yeah. Okay. We keep getting ourselves off track for some reason
We have a
because
lot of things to say.
we
Oh, yeah,
skipped
me
a
and
lot of
Justin. Me,
events.
Justin, and Justin's.
We really
and,
we really are skipping events left and right now, just so
but like,
we can.
those events aren't really like
Honestly,
groundbreaking.
every single little thing is important to this, but of course we can't say all of that. If you're not here to experience it, it's really impossible to capture it all in a
And the Speedy
podcast.
Speds were
issue.
pretty much here for all of it.
skill issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that we really did much because we didn't spend that much time inside the mall.
Oh, security guard.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that happened like a little bit later on. So after we all met up and whatever, we just kind of walked around the mall. I got bubble tea with Justin and his girlfriend, and like Michael and the other guys, they went to Dollarama.
Oh,
Yes,
And-
by the way, I wanted to actually at least
No.
try to spend a
Oh.
little bit of time with them, because it was my first time meeting up with all the Speedy Speds, like actually in real life. Even though I could have done that way sooner because I used to live in the same city as everyone, but my dumbass was too lazy for the most part. I'll be honest here.
Also, these guys are not really the type to go out. I'm gonna say that they probably only went out because
Roblox is
Roblox had an outage at the time. So, yeah, they would have had nothing to do at home and would have just decided, oh, maybe I'll go hang out with the other Speedy Speds because they're all out. So, yeah.
Thanks for teaching me how to use the self-checkout, Michael.
Yeah, so when I went to Dollarama with them, right? Like we went in, we talked for a bit, and like they grabbed some stuff, and they were going to self-checkout, and I was just waiting for them, right? I was like, they'll be done really soon. They didn't have much items, and then I look over at them, and they're struggling.
Yeah, these
Use
incels
self-checkout.
don't know how to fucking use a self-checkout.
Oh, man. And I'm like, you guys need help? And they're like, yeah, yes.
We actually went back there to go get more stuff. And a Dollarama employee had to show us instead of Michael.
Like, wait, because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, you guys need help? And they're like, yeah. So I did the self checkout for them. I like scanned all the items for them and stuff. I was like, this is how you use it. Apparently they didn't catch that because the second time they went, they didn't. They needed help again from a Dollarama employee.
We're so smart.
Very
Yeah, so
smart.
after we got our bubble tea, we went back to that spot that I mentioned from the previous date. Like just an empty spot where people sit. So we were there again, and Michael and I were obviously cuddling. Justin and his girlfriend were also together cuddling. And then we just got the 3 other guys, all single by the way, doing their own thing. Like they were probably playing games or something. And
The mobile game.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we gotta tell them about. I gotta tell them about when we were done doing our shit and we went back to you guys.
Well,
Okay,
what-
so
what-
we me and 2 other Speedy Speds guys, we went off to do our own thing because obviously the others were in the call right now. The others were just doing their own thing. So we just went to do our own thing. When we were returning to them, we decided to walk in a menacing JoJo way, like delinquents. But a security guard was talking to them, so we just
because
turned
That
around.
happened
we were
Hopefully
we were eating inside the mall, right? Well, like this is after we grabbed food and stuff. We were eating inside the mall, but we weren't eating in the food court, which is where you're supposed to eat.
We
like,
were too
'cause
lazy
COVID
to
and stuff.
show our proof of vaccination.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
No, because
one of us didn't have
yeah, one of us didn't
like
have
full.
proof of vaccination.
hmm
Yeah, Mike.
No, that was me
No,
that
it was-
time.
Oh, Oof.
By that time, I was fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
As
But-
Justin's girlfriend.
hmm
So, we were sitting there and eating in that spot, and a security guard came up to us, and they're like, "You can't do that. You gotta eat outside or in the food
You
court."
can't be here.
And we're like,
fuckers.
"Okay, all right, we're sorry, we understand." And while the security guard was telling us like, "Hey yo, what the fuck?"
This part was so funny to me.
It is the funniest part of that whole entire hangout, honestly. One of my favorite highlights.
Uh-huh.
So, you know how Mikey and two other members were just
Menacingly walking.
menacingly walking towards us. As soon as they see the security guard like approach us and start talking to us, they turn back and menacingly walk back. I wish we could have recorded that or something. That was way too fucking funny.
If only you could clip things IR.
Only you can clip things I
We need to invent glasses that do that.
Yeah, and like most of us wear glasses anyways, so we need
It
that.
would work.
Yeah, that I do agree. That was very funny.
For
Impressive.
sure. If something else didn't happen that day, that probably would have been the highlight.
Yeah.
So after we basically got kicked out from the area because we couldn't eat there, we went outside to eat. We went to the back of the mall again.
we
except
didn't even eat that when we went outside.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then dressed.
You want? All right, I'll take over for now. I'll take over. I'll take it
Yes, I've been saying a lot.
Yes. So, when we went outside, we went to the back of the mall. There was like a playground area, right? We went there, and like us being Speedy Speds, so being absolute fucking
Don't
idiots.
Dum.
We decided to just play on the playground. we left our food on like a bench that was like there in the playground, and we just started playing with things and having fun and doing stupid stuff, doing competitions to see who jumps higher, who runs faster, like dumbest shit you can think of. We did that, and while we were out there, right? Just so you know, for context, like FYI, by that time I've never had my first kiss, and
neither
neither
did
did
I.
Isa. So we were there, right? And Justin and his girlfriend were kissing, right? And they're like, and like I look over at Isa and I'm like, you know, we really should kiss because I've been wanting to like kiss her for a while because but we just didn't have the chance because we didn't hang out for like a month and a week and so just just in case any like we didn't get to hang out for a long while again. We were like Isa was hesitant at first, like a little bit hesitant, but then slowly as she continued watching Justin and his girlfriend kiss more and stuff, she looked over to me, put her hands on my face and just went in for a kiss very violently. Like I did not expect it. She was very very aggressive actually. That would be the better word. Less violent, more aggressive. She went in for a kiss very aggressively, very quick, and I was like when that was done, like my face was just like you could tell I was just like surprised. I was probably blushing a little bit.
We were cheering.
I was just like, what? What just happened? And like that was the highlight right there. Highlight of the entire fucking day. So after that first kiss, we ended up kissing more and more and more, and we continued playing on the playground with everyone else. Cause why not?
Yeah.
We sound like
Yeah.
11-year-old right now. I swear to God.
Right? And I was
Uh,
already 16 by the time this had happened, so.
we're fucking like halfway through our high school years, and we're doing shit like
We're
this.
still
just
acting like
started.
this.
I
Yeah, y'all
swear.
just started, but yeah.
So yeah, we did that for a while longer, and I think we also like I'm like me and like Isa sat on my lap for a while and stuff, and then we wanted to switch roles for the
Yeah,
funny
so I had him
I
sit on my
starred
lap.
Michael.
and like same thing with like Justin and his girlfriend. They did the same thing. They switched roles, and we took a picture of them. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know where it is because
Which
I
will
can't
not be
fucking find
showing.
it.
Do I still have pictures?
And that was fun. I had to hold myself up mostly with my legs so I don't crush Isa. Just so you know, she's like half my size. Okay, that's an over exaggeration, but she is much smaller than me. So if I were to actually rest my whole entire weight on Isa, she would be crushed.
Dress that has hit on that Pringussy.
What?
Oh,
What?
the Pringles.
Oh
On
yeah,
Justin's
right.
pocket Pringles.
Right. So, because we couldn't eat in the mall, right? Our friend there,
Get to go drug
bought,
dealer mode.
yeah, they bought Pringles. They were one of the people, like I was at the Dollarama was, and they had like a, oh, wait, he had like a sweater on, right? Like a sweater with like the
Yeah, with the pockets.
that pocket, yeah, that pocket like that stretches in
Mhm.
the middle. And he hid the Pringles. He hid the Pringles thing like in there, and he'd turn it over to us. He's like, "Hey, yo, want some Pringles, kid?" We just take Pringles from his fucking pocket.
Mhm.
Funniest shit, I swear.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
after a while, like I'm pretty sure that Justin's girlfriend had to leave, and then following that, the three guys from Speedy Speds, like they also went and left, which by the end left
Wait,
me.
hold on. We actually missed something very important.
Andres almost stole my umbrella.
Oh damn.
Wait, what did we miss?
We missed. You know how we were cuddling, right?
Mhm.
When we were cuddling and like the three guys that were with us, the three single guys who were with us, they were just like
Wow,
sitting on their
About your
Michael.
phone.
bag.
You have to describe us like that.
I mean, it
You're
go.
not wrong.
I mean, it goes like this though. Like me and Issa, Justin and his girlfriend, and then you three. What? How else would I describe it? The three idiots. Yes, the three idiots
Yeah,
that were
that's
with
way
us.
better.
The
Hell
three
yeah.
single idiots. No offense. Alright, so
None taken.
they were just like sitting on their phones and stuff, right? But they didn't only do that. While I was cuddling with Iso, I decided to lay my head on her lap, right? And she was playing with my hair and stuff. And while I was laying my head on her lap, I had like my legs kind of like I don't know how to say this, but like bent knees and stuff. They're like folded up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the
Damn it,
guys were trying
Brian.
to examine your body.
And yeah. The guy,
Mhm.
the guys are trying to examine my body.
Undress tried to look at your shoe print.
And Brian
Um,
tried to lick your
and-
legs.
Yeah, Brian tried to open my legs, and I was just like holding on for dear life. Like I was like, no.
Yeah. I guess that was I missed that out.
Yeah, I did miss that out. I find it very funny.
Uh-huh.
Some would call that sexual harassment, but it's not. We're the
Not.
homies. We're the homies. Don't fucking call the cops on.
No, don't.
It's
Yeah.
joke, it's joke.
Anyways, going back to where I was with all of this, after the three guys left, that just left me, Justin, and Michael. It was us three again. And we decided to go outside because my mom would pick me up because we had to go to a party after. And like while we were waiting, I just remember like this is where it was similar to what happened the first time with the whole cuddling stuff by the movie theater.
Except this time
We were kissing.
we're making out.
And yes. And I just remember I kept checking my Life 360 to make sure that like my mom and my sister were still out and that they weren't driving around the parking lot. And while they were driving around the parking lot, I was so scared that they would see us. But they didn't, which is good. And just because my mom was there, like I thought it would be a good idea to have like Michael and Justin walk up to the car with me just so that they could say hi to my mom before saying bye to me. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that gave my mom a like nice first impression of Michael.
Yeah, because like we walked you up to the car and we said hi and stuff,
Mhm.
and I still regret the fact
Refusing
that
a ride.
I refused the ride.
Using the
like,
ride.
her mom offered me and Justin a ride, and I refused it because
Wow.
you know how they're going to how they were going to a party, right? Like I thought, okay, what if the party is like in the complete opposite direction? What if I was just thinking, I just don't want to be a burden to them, like I just met her mother right now. I don't want my first impression to be like okay, give us this ride. That's probably like the completely opposite direction of where your party is. I'd feel very bad about that. But then I was informed that it was the same direction, and I was just like, why didn't I
Nice.
take the offer?
Y'all
Because then
done
I would have had a good chance to just like talk to her mom and stuff. No, to be fair, now like we after all this time of us like dating and stuff, like her parents have a pretty good idea of me. They know a good bit about me.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Like by the time we hung out the second time, we were already together
Yeah, we were officially together now.
for like 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah,
at the
so
time. But yeah.
we took a whole month since we started talking to actually like give our answers for sure if we wanna do this or not. Why did we do that? Just in case, you know, just in case we ended up not feel like after a month, just in case, you know, like things didn't work out or we didn't like where this was going, we could just end it off. Well, like we knew we had no commitments by then, so you know.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really feel like I was ready at the time, but I didn't want to like keep you waiting. And I don't know. I feel like even just saying yes, that like brought us even more closer than we already were.
That
So,
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we now actually made the commitment to make this a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Kids when? Give me kids. I wanna teach them how to shoot someone.
What?
Guys, you know, we in the future, if we ever have kids, we're gonna keep them away from all the Speedy Speds.
Godfather.
Why not me?
No, you're good. You're good, Justin. Don't worry about it. We're gonna keep them away from all the Speedy Speds.
But stupidity reaches all, Michael. You can't just stop.
No, we don't want them to become idiots. Actually, no, we need them to be idiots. We're gonna make them like
Yeah,
continue
Yeah, they
our
have
legacy.
to take after
that's right. Michael
their
just called his own
parents.
son
Speedy,
dumb.
Speedy,
Speedy
Speedy
Speds generation.
next generations.
I'm gonna tell your future son that he's gonna make you dumb. I mean, I'm gonna tell your future son that you said he's dumb.
Oh, I'll tell it straight to his face. Don't worry about it. I'll be a great dad.
Make it the first words you say to him.
Like, no,
I don't know what the
my
doctor's
son,
gonna
my
think.
son comes out of the womb, and then I see him. I'm just like, oh, you're so dumb.
Aww. Oh look, it's so dumb.
It's so dumb. It can't take care of itself. It can't pay taxes.
Haha, stupid. Can't pay taxes.
Okay, but I did want to mention something that happened like a day after the whole hangout and whatever. That was when I decided to tell my mom about the whole thing.
Go, mama.
I was like, I was super nervous because I didn't know what she was gonna say, right? And like, I brought it up to her. I wouldn't really say casually because it wasn't casually. I literally like came into the room while she was like folding clothes, and I asked like if I could talk to her about something. And at first she seemed kind of like, I don't know why, she seemed kind of mad, so I already like had a bad feeling about where everything was going. But then later, as I kept talking to her, she seemed to be, she didn't look as mad as she did like before. Not that she was even mad to begin with, but that's just how I would describe it. And I just remember like crying while telling her, and she was like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "It's because I was so nervous to tell you." And then like I just want to say I did not tell her that Michael and I were together because
Yeah, she only said that we
Michael
like each other. That's
told
it.
me to test the waters first by like saying the whole thing about me liking him, and then seeing whether I should go on and say like that we are together. But she told me like, oh, it's all a normal thing, but I'm gonna have to talk to your dad about this first. And then the next day after that, I had the conversation with my dad there as well. I told him about Michael, and like I remember my dad asking me like, what school does he go to? I didn't even know what school he went to.
Because you know how I moved cities and stuff. I didn't really tell any one of my friends that lived in my old city like what school I go to or anything. Cause like why would I need to, you know?
Yeah, and since I couldn't even tell my parents what school he went to, they just went and assumed that I didn't know like much about him, that I didn't know him well enough. And they just told me like, oh, you should get to know him more before you actually wanna like do this with him.
Frick him,
But
With him.
Frick
yeah.
with him?
Oh,
Not like date. Like, that's what she's referring to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before, before like she dates me.
I
But
ruined it.
now looking at it, I think my parents they know for sure that like I know you very well enough because the conversation happened almost 2 months ago, and you literally like hung out at my place, so my parents got to see how I am around you and all that.
Yeah, of course. And the whole, the biggest reason why I wanted to hang out at your place, other than the fact it'd be very comfortable, you know, with
Mhm.
everything, is the fact that I'd finally give a face to the name. Like they always hear my name, right? Like you always talk to them about me and stuff. They always ask you questions about me, but they've never seen me. They've never seen how I act. They've never seen my personality and stuff. And when I got there, I got to show them. And I'll be honest, of course, it could have gone better in some aspects, but for the most part, I'd say it went really well.
Mhm.
And they
Because
most likely have a really good idea of me now.
yeah, I would
And
say it went well because my parents like started talking to me about you more. They were asking stuff and whatever. So that gives me like a
see,
good
now they're more
idea.
they're actually considering us, you know, being together more seriously now that they've seen me.
Mhm. I just hope that the day will come soon that they will
I
be
mean,
accepting.
okay, how much longer do we have on this podcast, right?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? All right, 20 minutes.
Ready to go?
Let's make good use of that time. Um, we're gonna
What would you
skip.
like to
We're
talk
gonna
about?
skip over the next couple of times we hung out. We already talked about how we hung out at your place for a bit. Uh, we're gonna skip everything else for the most part, because everything else is just a normal relationship things. Nothing crazy. And you know, like everything just made a relationship develop and grow more, and we're at a much like closer stage now. And the thing that I wanted to skip to now is like something that happened very recently.
Oh.
It's the last hangout we had on last Tuesday actually.
That was December 21st.
Yes, we're not. I'm not gonna spill any of the details here, but a lot of stuff happened on Tuesday. All right, but the thing that I wanted to actually talk about here is on Tuesday, me and my parents wanted to go down to you know, the old city we used to live in to get some furniture from the brick.
A brick.
The
A
brick.
brick.
Come on, not IKEA. Wow.
IKEA's too expensive, alright? I'll be honest. It's too
Oh
expensive.
boy.
Dude, not expensive if you steal it.
It's not expensive. So we went to the brick, right? And like before we actually went, they told me like, hey, you can bring Isa along if you want. Oh, and by no. Like, of course, by now they know what Isa is to me. They know that she's my girlfriend, and that
Oh yeah,
I really love
and
her, and
about
that she
that,
really loves me.
when I first like asked my parents about this, because I thought it would be a really weird thing to bring up, like me going out with his parents to buy furniture. My dad was just like, "Oh, did he tell his
This is
parents?"
this
Oh, this happened the day
that's a,
before.
that's but that this is the thing. This is the thing that I actually wanted to get to here at the
Oh,
end of this. Sorry. So let me just get to it
oh, okay.
bit by bit.
Uh-huh.
So of course, yeah, my parents know that we're together and stuff, and they approve of it. And you know, they really like you. That's why they said you can come along so we can hang out. Because I don't get too many opportunities to go back to my old city to see everyone there. And you know, her parents at this point, you know, are saying that she can't hang out with me alone. But since my parents were there and she told them that my parents just wanted me, like, wanted me to bring her along so she can talk to them more and they can get to know her more. That's when her dad asked her if I already told my parents that we're together. And like by this point, I still like I honestly thought they forgot about us like liking each other even. I really felt like they cast that whole topic away. Like it's nothing. But I can
But
see now that
no.
they really haven't, and I feel like they're actually seriously considering it now. And you know, it feels good. You know, all the hard work I've been putting into this relationship has not gone to waste. Feels nice. And like Issei, you wanna say your answer yourself, or should I say it?
Yes. I said no. Like that was instant response. By the way, I didn't like hesitate or anything. I just said no. Which was, I guess, a good idea that I didn't hesitate because if I did, that would make my parents suspicious, of course. But then my dad was like, "Oh, did he tell his parents that you're like a special friend to him or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's it, special friend." And like, I guess he was just cool with that.
Honestly, some of you might think it's dumb that she didn't just say yes to see what would happen, but I don't want to know what would have happened. All right, we're trying to not risk everything right now
May I ask a question?
because sure.
Yes.
That's your question.
Are we making money off of this?
No,
Oh, wow.
No,
we're
it's
just
just
doing
for
this
fun.
for the fun.
If we become famous, we can.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
If we
yeah.
become
Do
famous,
good,
sure.
do good, please do good.
Do good thing.
Oh, subscribe and just press like and tell your
Yes, because a lot of people wanna hear fucking high
Idiots
schoolers talk about their love life.
And make sure to subscribe to
At least
have
it's a lot
the
it's a
567.
lot more eventful than most adult, most adults that are gonna view our fucking podcast.
Mhm.
No offense to anyone listening to this. Like that's for jokes. All right, that's for jokes.
Old people, hello guys. You should probably be working on your taxes.
Yes.
But yeah, Michael, I'll give it back to you to talk. Cause
Yeah.
I
So
already said I
some
had
of
to.
you might think it's dumb that she didn't like end up just saying yes. That I already told my parents that we're together, but in my opinion, it was a good it was a good choice she made, because if she told them and like her dad was like, but we never gave you approval for this, like you guys aren't together, right? Like we're not we didn't give you approval to date. And you guys might say like it's dumb to want your parents' approval, but just so you know, I don't date for fun. I don't date for fun and games. I date seriously, even now in high school. Like I stayed single for a very, very long time just because I wanted to find someone who I could actually build this serious relationship that would last years and years and years on end. And I found that person in Isa. No? And so I of course want her parents' approval for all of this. So if she said that and they were like, but like we never gave you approval, this guy is like like fucking, I don't know, crazy or some shit to think that like you guys are dating. That would have been bad. So we didn't want to risk that, and so you know, in my opinion, that like her choice was good because of that. Because there's always that risk that could have happened.
I just find it funny how you're talking about like risk and whatever.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't mention Tuesday! I swear to God.
You're the one who
Michael, why did
brought
your
it up.
status say repeat of Tuesday when?
Listen,
um.
nothing happened on Tuesday, alright? Nothing happened on Tuesday.
Yep.
Mm.
It was
Nothing
a
at all.
very nice day. Got to
Yeah.
see Michael's parents again after not seeing them for like 2 months, you know.
Yeah, she got to talk to them, they got to
And
know
I
each
can
other
see
better.
Alright.
now that that his parents really like
So
me.
nothing happened on Tuesday?
Nothing
What?
happened on
Listen,
Tuesday.
Michael, there's this
Not,
really
not, nothing
cool
10-minute
happened.
mark.
abort, there's this really cool abort clinic nearby. I know the address. You know, just hit them up anytime.
Mikey, no!
No, no,
No,
no, no.
no. Okay.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
even
by
if
the
that
way,
did
we've-
happen, I would have protection.
We've
Use protection, kids.
we've
Don't,
hit-
don't be stupid.
we have 10 minutes
So
left.
comic relief character powers activate.
You have 10 minutes left?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was like Tuesday was really good. Like I said, I can definitely see that that Michael's parents really like me.
Yeah, like
And-
they literally said to her that they really really like her because of like how happy she makes me and stuff. Like they see that she's positively impacting me
Yeah,
and she's
even
pushing
though,
me to do better in life. You know, like
Mhm.
some relationships end up making you not want to do better and stuff, but no, not this one. I always feel inspired to just be better and stuff and just like be a good person.
And I hope that my parents can see that in you as well, you know, as a person like who inspires me to do better. Like, yeah. But if we were to ever have another one of these days where like I just go out with you and like your parents and do whatever random goofy stuff, I'd be looking forward to that, honestly, like genuinely, because I don't know, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool for reasons. Nothing happened on Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday's just gonna be
You
a
murdered someone, didn't you?
little inside joke.
A little inside joke.
I get it inside.
Like, you know. That didn't happen, I swear, I promise.
I will say one thing about what happened on Tuesday for the listeners here.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't even know how to say this. Well,
Oops.
not PG-13.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, maybe don't bring it up. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, don't. Some things are not meant for the viewers, okay? Like, I think at this point now, I think that we've been doing this podcast for about 2
Yeah,
hours.
we're about to
almost
hit
2
the
hours?
2 hour mark in 3 minutes, I think. Or like 4 minutes.
Maybe, but, yeah. I feel like in those 2 hours we were able to capture, like, pretty much the major events of the story, of our story, up until the most recent point, and I'm surprised that we were able to cover, like, this much.
we
in just 2 hours.
honestly, you say we covered a lot, but this is just we barely
Yeah, at the same
covered
time,
anything.
Yeah, that's true. I want to
There's-
say that as well. We
like,
didn't
there's so
cover that
much- There's so much that happened that it's literally impossible to capture in this. All the important things that happen at the start, and just like the last, like the most important thing that happened recently. But
Yeah,
we
to
skipped
show,
over a lot of the
like-
middle part.
Yeah, but I feel like the beginning and the most recent were very important to bring up because you could see
How
like
progressed.
development. Mhm. Like, I really like talking about how things started off in the beginning, and then comparing it to how things are now,
It's
and just
really
see
it's really
like
nice to
a
see all the
lot.
progress we've made, you know?
Mhm.
It
But
it
yeah.
motivates us to do better and keep on at it, you know?
Mhm. I just love how everything happened so like naturally. I don't think anything really felt forced, and it all just came together so perfectly for some reason.
This is why I always call this fate. Like, too many things lined up, like, too perfectly to be a coincidence.
Mhm.
And yes, you might say, oh, I'm dumb for thinking like that. I'm in high school. What do I know? Like, no. Alright?
No, it's your
When,
mama.
when, when this many things go right, like, it's either one of two things. It's either a setup or it's fate. And it's very much the latter.
Mhm.
Thank you, by the way, for both of you. Um, Probably to close off this podcast. What is your advice for people trying to get in a relationship or try to find the right person?
Alright, let's one piece of advice from me, one piece of advice from Izza. That
Yep.
sound good?
Mhm.
Okay. My piece of advice, uh first of all, I'll give you two because these two are very important. Before you get into any relationship, make sure you are like dating for the right reasons, and like you actually give them like time. You give each other a good amount of time. Like me and Ezra, we gave each other a whole month before we committed. And my second piece of advice would be to, like, once you guys are like committed to a relationship, have full on open honesty. Do if it's tiny little things that bother you about the other person, about like some jokes, some things they made, you know, like any kind of thing, don't bottle any of that up. Don't bottle any emotions you have up. Be like, you're with that person because you feel safe with that person. You're with that person because you really like them and you want to be as close to them as possible. So break down those walls. Those walls are not needed here. Of course, set your healthy boundaries, but break down a lot of the walls you normally set for people and just be openly honest with each other. That's the best advice I can give to anyone.
I really don't have much to say in terms of like relationship advice, obviously, because I've like but I just want to say like I don't think you should really try looking for a relationship. It should just kind of come to you on its
Yes,
own.
I very much agree with that.
And yeah, that's I guess how you would be able to know you're like with the right person if it just happens like on its own without you like I don't know.
Actively pursuing, like,
Yeah.
actively like looking for a relationship. If it comes naturally, take it. You know, it's the universe's way of giving what you like deserve and giving
Yeah,
it
and
straight to
I'm
you.
really glad that I took this because like I don't think I could have met anyone else like you.
And you know,
When's the part where you commit tax fraud?
that's later on.
That,
I
that
mean,
is-
what?
that is later on.
Next podcast.
Yeah.
For legal
Next
reasons, that is a
podcast.
joke. We do not encourage tax fraud. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
Liar.
Anyways, this will conclude our first podcast.
I'd say it went pretty well.
Yes,
Good
I agree.
Yeah,
job.
it was a fun experience. Also, just for the viewers' knowledge, we started this at 1 a.m. It's now 3:03 a.m. So we gotta
Good
get to bed.
Yep,
Good morning.
2
Anyways,
whole hours.
thank you for all our people who participate in our podcast. Michael is and even Mikey who recently just came on. Thank you for participating. Really
No
appreciate it.
problem.
Mhm.
And just this concludes our first Speedy Speds podcast, a couples podcast. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and
Thank
subscribe.
you
And,
guys.
Thank
and,
you all.
Couples and random person
Have a
podcast.
good one.
Yep.
Mhm.